Jamie.
Hello, sir.
Wow, it's really
My gosh. Hello?
Are you there?
Yes, I'm here.
Okay, wow.
This took some work.
That is crazy.
Yeah. Yeah. It just shows our level of professionalism is what's happening.
Is that what it is?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay. Well, I mean, nothing ventured, nothing gained, or nothing, nothing
Gained.
gained.
Nothing gained, nothing gained.
Yes. So, 40 minutes. Is that where we're at on trying to get this connected?
Yeah. Yeah, it seems like it. It seems like I was born trying to connect this and I'm going to die trying to connect this.
Okay. Well, we're connected now. So it's September 26th,
Mm-hmm.
and this is what we call green light and banter.
Indeed. No telling what episode number. I think we've stopped keeping count.
No, we're still counting. It's episode 7.
Oh, well.
We're still preteens. So
But in dog
adolescent.
years, we're 49.
I thought it's 42.
No, I thought it was 7 years.
7. Okay, 7 times 7 is 49.
Yeah.
Okay, so for all of our faithful listeners, I'm at Balter as promised. Um, Jamie is.
Well, Jamie held true to that he didn't want to go down there, but Jamie was and he's talking in third person. Uh, I was working and I worked over a little bit, and so I was unable to join you at Balters.
wait,
What
so that's the excuse?
excuse? We're hey, this isn't part of the show. We're not getting
It
into
is,
why.
it is not part of the show, but that is not the reasoning.
Is it not?
It's not because accommodations have been made or were made.
Were they?
Well, they were, and I quite honestly, I feel like the equipment failure is based upon your absence.
Well, like I said before, it could be based on you being there and
It
not
may be.
here.
It may be. So this podcast is being recorded utilizing. We're simply using our cell phone.
We're practically using 2 tin cans and a string.
That's probably what it sounds like.
I
Uh,
imagine so.
we did not try intro music because that failed last week, and
Miserably.
I do not have a pen within my reach. All pins have been removed, so apologies for the clicking. That's a problem. So I am at Balter. I'm in a corner. I thought it'd be a good place. I'm very near the air conditioning unit. Uh, I don't know. We'll see how it comes out.
Yeah, we'll get to it. Do you have
So
a refreshing beverage?
I don't.
Well,
I
what the
do.
heck,
I do
man?
not. I know. I know. I do
Yeah.
not.
Okay.
Well, maybe. I don't know.
Okay. Oh, I see. I got you.
So at any rate, um, we'll get to it. We're gonna try to get back to the roots where we said I give the green light and then we go. So tonight's time is 30 minutes. We're already like 2 hours into this thing already.
Yeah, I'm exhausted.
You should be, but you did an honest day's work, so
It's about time, right?
it's about time.
Yep.
So tonight we're going to do 30 minutes. We're going to try to split this segment up into 2 topics.
Okay.
Tonight's topics
Give it to me.
we're going to talk about accents or uh, speaking inflection. I'm not sure what the terminology is. I like to call it up
I
talking,
think it's
down talking,
is it affectations? I think it's what it's called.
affectations.
Affectation, I believe.
Affectations. It
I,
could be.
I think. I'm not sure. Anyways,
I'll have to speak to my friend who is a literature major and a wordsmith. But
okay.
second portion, and we can do this in any order. If you want to do it first, we want to touch on the subject of hotbedding,
Hotbedding.
which is apparently trending somewhere somehow. I'm not sure, but
It sounds
uh,
like a northeastern thing.
nor'easterners.
Just northeast, not northeast, but northeast.
Okay, well, what do you think? Where do you want to start?
We'll start with the accents.
Okay, all right. So I specifically know. Wait, let me set the time. Okay, good. I forgot to do that the last couple of times.
Watches synchronized.
I mean, I could focus more on the time if I didn't have to focus on the technology.
Or lack thereof.
Apparently, we don't need it.
Okay.
Uh, so we'll see what this sounds like. I mean, I have a good microphone here. It's not being used. Okay, so accents. So I know that you have an opinion on this, and specifically, we can start with the topic of Boston accents, which
So
I know for a fact you feel that Bostoners or Bostonians, I'm not sure how they refer to themselves, the accent is genuinely fake, much like your fishtail.
okay, first off, my fishtail was factual, but yes, I do believe that the hardcore Boston accent is a put on, and I've told people from Boston this, which they didn't appreciate. It was at my sister's wedding, in fact, from my sister's friends. But no, I don't buy that the Massachusetts school system, or moreover, the Boston school system, teaches their students to pronounce R's as I. Like they're
Ah,
not doing the alphabet going A B C D E F G H I J K L M N P Q I S T U V W X Y Z. No, that's not happening. It's a put on. I don't think it's a legitimate. I don't think it's just for that one small section. The R's are like that. No, you're not going to convince me.
so you don't think it's natural? So they
No,
create that?
I think it's done to. It may have been an English, like an old King's English example, or a example of how they said it, but over time that should have dissipated by now. Over time, that should have faded away. So they are holding true to it. So I think it's purpose. It's on purpose.
Well, I mean, why would it go away if there is not a significant change in the native population?
Well,
So, is there a large wave of immigration
let's
headed
not
into
act like.
Boston?
Well, but let's not act like Boston is this lone island, like of untouched untouched natives that have never seen an American come to their shores. No, all they have to do is drive a couple hours out of city limits, and that accent's gone.
It is.
I feel like it is, don't you? Or am
I
I
don't
making
know.
too much of it? Do you believe the accent is genuine?
Well, I feel like in general you make too much of everything, but
It's probably
uh,
something
the
to that.
the point is, I don't know. I've been to Boston 2 times.
And
Um, I don't know. I didn't necessarily notice it as being like something that was like outstanding in conversation
well, I'll
and
tell you how my original, or not my original, but the time that it was me against like four Bostonians at my sister's wedding. I was put in charge of, after the wedding, entertaining these people, taking them out on the town, and
wait, where was the wedding?
um, that
Boston.
that hotel, or the wedding was at the church, but the reception Was that well, I don't know if it was the Radisson or whatnot on Summit Hill.
Oh yeah, the Radisson.
Yeah, and so that's where the reception was, and it was winding down, and I was going to take them out to the old city here in Knoxville and show them around, and they were mentioning going and get the car. Well, I couldn't let that slide. I couldn't tolerate that behavior in my city, so I proceeded to have a open argument with these people I barely knew in the middle of my sister's wedding reception, and it was a strained relationship for the rest of the night. Let's just say.
Well, I mean, I think your first mistake was insulting people.
Is that
Insulting?
Should I
Yeah.
have not done that? I thought that was how it's done.
Well, I can tell you from personal experience. I mean, I am born and raised in East Tennessee,
Yeah, as am I.
and a good friend of ours, mutual acquaintance, Mr. Carr, who is from the fine area of town Burlington, which is not downtown Knoxville, just east, uh, would many times insult me on the way I said certain words.
As
And
he
I
would me.
and I would say, "So I'm from here. This is how we talk. Where are you from? Oh, you're from Burlington, which is here as well. So please do not correct me on proper grammar and the use of English from East Tennessee." Now,
Well,
what were the words? I don't know. Yella,
reckon
yella. I don't know. Reckon,
yonder.
warsh.
You see, I never put an R in my washes. It's always been wash, and I never put an A in wrestling.
Well, I never knew. I never knew it wasn't warsh, warsh rag until I was in middle school when I was reprimanded by one of my classmates,
Right.
and they said, "Did you say warsh rag?" And I said, "Yeah, that's what I said." What part of it did you not understand?
So this is
And they
what.
said, "Don't you mean wash?"
So
And I
this.
said, "Who are you? What planet are you from?" We live in White Pine. Why are you correcting me?
Well, so this is why you're defending the Bostonians, is
Well,
because
I think it's fine. I mean, you do know, you have heard recently. There's a study that says within the next generation, the Southern accent will be gone.
well, okay, well let's break that down because
Now, yeah, how can you break it out? Southern accent,
no,
so many different things.
well you see, and you know I'm Southern, and by every corner of my family, and I have a what I consider a natural Southern accent. Now, when I listen to TV and movies, all these people giving their version of the Southern accent. That Southern accent really, it is fading because when I go up to the sticks, and
Wait,
I'm
where are the sticks?
you know where the sticks are up in the mountains, in the mountain regions around us. I'll play up the Southern accent to kind of disarm people as far as to make them more comfortable. But for the most part, I think our accents are, I think, are real Southern. Like when people use those Southern accents trying to make fun of stuff, I'm like, that's not a Southern accent. My accent's a Southern accent. It's a soft drawl. It's not a "Hi, Mayan" type situation. You know, it's a
Well, I think there's a difference between an undereducated accent or a lack of travel accent. I mean, some people I know really haven't traveled very much outside of their local region.
what's that supposed to mean? Are you referring to me? Is that what just happened on this thing?
I mean, I no, I was not specifically, but now that you mention it,
Land sakes.
so I do remember when I left home and went to Memphis for school. uh, quite often people would ask me where are you from? And I finally figured out they wanted to for me to tell them where I was from specifically, so I could say my long eyes. Yeah. So white pine.
White pine.
And I was like, what's going on here? So I quickly learned, hey, unless you want people to continually ask you that, you kind of have to, you know.
Give it to them. Give them what they're wanting. Is that what that was?
No, I mean, I was like, okay, well, I'm going to, but as you said, when you get to the sticks, it starts to come back out.
Yeah.
And I'm sure when you travel down to, uh,
Alabama.
yeah, to the southern countries within our nation, uh,
Yeah.
Alabama,
Yeah.
uh, I'm sure some of that.
Oh yeah. Yeah. There's talking out the side of your mouth and all that. It's and yeah. But
But I will circle back to your whole point about Bostonians.
mm-hmm.
I think I think they believe people expect that. So you pack the car and have it yard.
But it just proves my point that it's play.
I don't know. I don't know. Does Matt Damon and
Oh God.
his buddy, do they still talk like that? I don't think so.
No, they don't still talk like that. They dropped that.
What's the other guy?
Uh, Marky Mark was from that area or whatever his name is.
Oh, the
Uh,
Wahlbergs. Yeah.
yeah.
What's Matt Damon's buddy?
Ben Affleck.
Ben. Unmemorable. Uh,
Unmemorable.
I mean, not my favorite actor. Matt Damon. Will Damon. Matt Damon.
His brother Will.
The Bourne identity. The Bourne
Yeah.
sets him apart.
But yeah, you just but they even refer to it. There's a movie that's got Matt Damon and Marky Mark in it. The Departed, Martin Scorsese movie. Have you seen that?
Oh yeah.
They even refer to dropping the Oz when he's out of Southie. He's like, I bet you even speak with the I when you're in town, and I'm just trying to goad him into reacting. And they even refer to dropping the R's like it's not a.
So is there no other part of their alphabet that resonates the same?
I wouldn't think so.
I feel like this requires further study.
I've studied up on it pretty well. As I'm studying up on it, I've made wild accusations against people from Boston to get the reaction.
Okay, we have spent a solid 12 minutes on Boston.
Okay, yeah. Well, that's the only accent I have a problem with, quite honestly.
I know,
Not
but
that not that I have a problem with it.
so I did tell you that reading the book about Samuel Adams, whereas they met for the Continental Congress, he said that the delegates from the other states, they may have been from different countries. They were also very different. The delegates from Virginia,
Yeah.
Washington and Jefferson
Well,
and
they
Lee.
referred to their uh, like they weren't states then, but they referred to where they were from as their own country. Uh,
Well, I feel like this is a whole different subject. Had we treated each state as a sovereign country, we would maybe in a better place
oh, I
currently
agree.
in our nation because every state should be sovereign within the federation because it was a federation of states.
Yeah.
That's not what we got now.
No, no, no.
So let's skip on
Okay.
to
Hotbedding.
inflection. No, we're not there yet.
Oh, okay.
We got like a minute and 37 seconds.
Oh, okay.
So one of my things that this
Oh,
kind of goes back
you
to
Kardashian.
this kind of goes back to the first episode when we
Talking
talked
like
about the
this.
bees.
No, don't you bring her up. She doesn't do like that. She talks like this.
Yeah, but there is up talking. So I feel like, and I don't know, do guys up talk?
Yeah,
I don't
I've heard
think I've
guys up
experienced
talk,
that.
and I've called them out on it. They deserve every male deserves to be called out on up talking.
So I have been insulted by people up talking,
Do you
and
think?
it kind of makes it less damaging.
Oh
I
yeah.
don't
No,
know.
you lose all credibility once you start that mess. But do you think that's a
It won't do it.
what's that?
Nothing. Sorry,
Oh,
I didn't say anything.
okay. Do you think that's what's left over from the? Because the first time I've heard
Valley
that,
Girls.
yeah, I wonder if it's a leftover from Valley Girls.
Well, what is it? Sir Mix-a-Lot?
What?
Oh my gosh, Becky.
Becky, look at her butt. No, yeah, yes, I guess that is a Valley Girl dialect.
I mean, it is the same, is it not? I hadn't even
Yeah,
thought about that. Oh my.
like there was a there was like a movie in the '80s with a young Nicolas Cage called Valley Girl, and they all talk like
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, uh, yeah, you don't talk like that. Yes, I do. It's
that.
not your real voice. That's my voice.
No, it's nobody's voice. Yeah, that's a great clip. Yeah.
What is that from? Is that from a movie?
Yeah, I forget the name of the movie, but he's trying to order coffee.
Yeah.
And she's like, can I help you?
What's your problem?
Yeah.
That's not really the same, but it's very similar.
Yeah.
But I have experienced that as well. Very disturbing.
Yeah. I'm just talk
Very.
normal. And then you go back to what's normal. Well,
That's a car. Yeah, that was a car, not a motorcycle.
are
Hmm.
you having a conversation?
Hey, when I become mayor of Knoxville, we're gonna have like sound ordinance.
I've
Okay,
been wanting
so
sound ordinance for some time.
you can have you can have a you can have a tuned muffler on your vehicle. Okay, so it could be loud, but it has to sound good.
Well, the first person you got to go after is the fellow that leaves our parking lot every day with bass that shakes our hind teeth.
Yeah, it's a cat.
Did you say it's a cat?
Yeah, it's a cat.
Explain
You know,
yourself.
the cat picks up his dog and he's rolling.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
We
I
know.
got, yeah, I got you. I got
Okay, so I know that was riveting.
you. Yeah, yeah. You're welcome.
That was literally almost 17 minutes.
And I don't think
But
anything was
who's keeping
accomplished.
track? So okay, so that we have 13 minutes essentially to discuss this next topic.
Okay.
So this is something that I haven't heard much about it lately. It was kind of something that was on the news a little bit. So the topic's called hotbedding. So this is what I know about it, and you may know more, Jamie, because you may have researched it. So this is what I know. So we know that people do, and I'm just going to say these things, but oh, before I get into the next topic, I would like to recognize our location. So Balter Beer Works, that's where I'm at. So one of my favorite places to go, specifically for the food. The food is always good. I don't think anybody would disagree.
I will not.
Uh, so, great location, downtown Knoxville, the corner of Jackson Avenue and North Broadway, right where Broadway turns into Henley Street.
Mhm.
Uh, so, come check it out. Anyway, we're gonna be podcasting here again at some point. Jamie's gonna be here because he ran late in his job.
That's right.
But next time, I'm sure he'll be here to join us, and maybe our technology will work. Okay, Balter Beer Works, corner of Jackson Avenue and Broadway, Henley Street.
I think it's Broadway. I think it's just Broadway. Yeah.
Okay, it doesn't turn to Henley Street until the traffic light
Yeah.
pass.
Yeah. Until you get
Near the
past the
World's
L and
Fair Park.
N.
Near the World's Fair Park. So fantastic food. We're here several times a week. Anyway, okay, hot Betty. So Abby wants me to mention her too because Apparently, she's responsible for the proper rotation of the planet.
That's outstanding.
Morally supporting the rotation of the planet.
That's good,
Uh,
Ever. At least one
yeah,
of us is doing our job.
outstanding,
Well done,
outstanding,
Abby. That's outstanding.
outstanding. So, hotbedding.
Yep.
So we all know about VRBO, and what's the other thing?
Uh, I only know about VRBO.
Verbo. It's Verbo. It's not VRBO. Verbo and Airbnb. Okay, a lot of requirements, special requirements to do these things, to rent your space out. People rent out their whole house. They rent out a room. They rent out portions of their house. They rent out an outbuilding. They rent out a garage. Apparently, there's a new trend called hotbedding. So you can rent out the other side of your bed.
Mm.
So let's say you have, I don't know, can you rent out half of your twin bed? I don't know. If you've got a king, apparently there's a space on the other side for another person.
If you have a bunk bed, can you rent out the top bunk?
I don't think it's hotbedding.
Yeah, I don't think that I don't think that meets the requirement. I wonder it because we have a mutual friend that was in the Navy, and what they did was called hot racking, and
Oh,
that's where.
I don't think that's trending.
Well, no, that's not trending, but that's where they shared like if he would where he would sleep when his shift was over and ready to, I mean, actually start his work. Somebody else would sleep in that bed, and that's called
Oh,
hot racking. But I think if I'm not mistaken, hot bedding is you're in bed, a stranger's in bed next to you, right?
that's my understanding. So,
Yeah, that's a big negative.
uh, I mean, I honestly I know your philosophy. Even
Let's not make this about me.
okay, I won't tell your. But I mean, okay, so what does this cost? Do you have any idea?
Well, I see an article because you told me to kind of do a little bit of research on this, and I've done a very basic research. And some lady has an article saying I've made hundreds of dollars hot bedding. Now, let me tell you,
Literally hundreds of dollars.
it needs to be far more than hundreds of dollars. I would pay hundreds of dollars not to have a stranger sleep in my bed.
I mean, is there a profile of this individual?
Let's see here. I'm walking back over here. I'm kind of walking around the space here. Um, it just says I make hundreds renting out one side of my bed. Let me click on this. This is in the New York Post. Uh,
I mean, quite honestly, if we could get at some point in time, if we get our house set up right, the lower level of the house would be separate and it would have a pool. So that could be potentially be an area that could be rented out. But it's completely different than, hey, you have access to my house and specifically my bedroom and the other side of the bed.
well, this lady is named Monique Jeremiah, and get this because we know a mutual person from Queensland, Australia.
Oh, is she from Townsville or Bowen?
No telling. It says hot bedding is excellent for people who are able to detach emotionally and sleep next to another person in a completely respectful and no strings attached manner. These are people that stayed at hostels. People that can do this.
Oh, well, I could do that very easily, but typically I know the individual.
Well, yeah, but that's not what this is, right?
No, it's not at all. It's
Yeah. See, I couldn't.
okay. Is there a website for this?
I'm not sure. This was just an article on a New York Post.
Okay, so to me, it's like there's an app for this, or this is a separate filter or filter-based portion of uh, Verbo Airbnb. So, you go to Airbnb, you can say whole house, or I'm not sure. One of them only does whole house, so you don't have to share.
Right.
Uh, I mean, this is really something that probably, I think this has to be dissected. I don't see this as being something that's going anywhere.
Well, I can tell you, and this would be of no surprise to anybody that knows me, I would have a huge problem with this, but I tell you the main reason I would need to rent a porta potty for them.
Oh
I
yeah.
couldn't have strangers using my bathroom. I
Well, I
mean,
don't think that is there anything in there that says they use your bathroom. It's only they're using a portion of your bed.
so no eating or drinking whilst you're in my residence. Is that the rule I'm gonna have to apply?
Well, I mean, I see it as being applicable to, okay, somebody's driving through town,
Yeah.
they only need to sleep, and then they're back on the road. They
What
don't
are
want to
they,
sleep in their
truckers?
vehicle. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah,
Oh, first off, that just seems like it lends itself to thievery.
yeah, I don't know. How do they get in your house? Okay, well, I'm not going to get there until 1 a.m. Don't mind me. Go to bed.
Yeah.
I'll just join you. Can you send me a specific layout of your house so I know, like, when I come in, I won't disturb you, turn on any lights. I'll just walk in and slip into bed.
This is just people crying out to be victims, I think.
I don't know. It's crazy. I
Yeah, I
mean,
don't think I
what
could deal
is
with this.
the most sacred place you have?
My
Your
bedroom.
home.
Yeah.
Well, your home,
Yeah.
and then you go further, it's your bedroom or your bed.
Yeah.
Not just your bedroom, but your bed.
Oh, yeah. That's the place I nestle into at the end of the day. And then you're
Okay.
going to nestle in next to some complete stranger?
Right. I mean, one of my greatest fears is I'm in bed asleep and someone comes into my home and I don't know it.
Yeah. Yeah. And now you're just inviting a stranger in. Yeah. No, there's no way I could deal with that.
Yeah, but they're paying you.
Couldn't pay me enough. Could not pay me enough. Well, I guess you could. They pay me enough to where I can split for the evening and go get me a nice hotel. But why not go get yourself a nice hotel instead of sleeping in my bed?
I mean, I completely see the value in uh, renting out your home. Okay, well, we're gonna be gone for 2 weeks, on vacation. Why not make some money and let someone else use our home while we're away? But okay, we're home. My wife's out of town. The the right side of my bed is available.
Yeah, no. You see, there's
I
just
mean,
no way.
Abby has like a queen size bed, so we could. Oh, I never thought about this. We could rent out the one side of her bed. Two people can sleep in that bed.
Hey, if she gets a cut of it, I don't think she should have a problem.
She's not getting a cut of it.
If she got 30%,
No.
no. So she should just lay down and go to sleep and be happy.
Yeah. I mean, she got to fund her existence somehow.
Goodness gracious.
Is that bad?
Yeah, it's not great, but I
I'm
tell
getting the
you,
side eye.
I think she's right. Nobody should be getting the bed. But this feels like a.
She can barely fit in it, mainly because she doesn't know the proper way to sleep in a bed. I think it's probably viable for Tammy if I'm out of town.
I just don't see anybody that's being
She
viable for anybody. If
she
anything,
said she'd never thought about it. So
no, but what if you get somebody in there with the Jimmy leg or snorer? Yeah,
Jimmy legs,
yeah, Jimmy legs.
restless leg syndrome.
Yeah, yeah, that's the technical term for it.
She probably has specific requirements.
Absolutely, as well she should.
Oh, Matthew McConaughey,
Oh, wait a minute. Her specific.
Brad Pitt,
Wait a minute. We're
Morgan Wallen.
we're talking about just a different scenario altogether here. I was thinking of no
Jay-Z.
snores, no talkers in sleep.
Rip from Yellowstone.
Oh
Who's
my
Rip?
God! Everybody loves Rip from Yellowstone.
Who's Rip?
Rip's on Yellowstone.
Is he the guy in the hat with the
He's the guy.
sunglasses?
He's the guy that's always beating somebody up.
Oh, he kills everybody.
Yeah, he's never not beating somebody up.
He's fake. That's not a real person.
It's not a real person.
God, I'm
You always
over
point
this
that
subject.
out. You always point out when somebody says something.
Hey, okay, so that's time's up.
Now that we've gotten into your wife's requirements for hotbedding,
Who knew?
time she's up.
Wait, what do I always say? Who knew?
Who knew? Who knew? But I do want to point out, you always play that card whenever somebody brings something up from a fictional character. You make a point to point out that they're not real.
Yeah, whether or not it's not real.
I know, but that's not the point of the. Yeah, that's exactly right. She didn't. She knows it's not real, but you always point that out. I'll say something like, he's not real.
Wait, why are you listening to her? First of all,
Well, because she's talking. That's right. That's right.
she's right.
All
right.
Yeah,
well,
but
hey,
in conclusion, I am not in favor of hotbedding, and Boston accents are completely fabricated.
well, I hate that I have to go because I have to get my car out of the yard,
Oh my
the
God!
car park,
I reckon you ought to go yonder ways.
in the car park. Um, okay, well, that was good. I'm
It was
not sure
okay.
where we are on time, but we did our 30-minute discussion.
Yeah.
Technology did not work in our favor. I'm not quite sure. I'm going to contact the manufacturer of my soundboard. Um, I felt quite confident in it because it has its own battery, so it was fully charged.
Do you think I was
Uh,
trying to sabotage it?
I don't know. I can't figure it out. It works fine in the studio. We do not have it plugged in any differently. It connects to my phone via Bluetooth. Everything is connected the same. The only thing that's different is I don't have your headphones and your microphone connected to it.
And you don't have me,
Oh, and I don't have
widow old
Jamie.
Jamie. All right.
Jamie, the tolerant soul.
The tolerant soul that could share a bed with absolute strangers and get a great night's sleep.
Yeah, the humble wizard.
That's exactly right. I am the humble wizard.
You and I are the humble wizards.
Now, do you got to feed these people that sleep in your bed like the next morning?
I don't know. It's so weird. So like you have a coffee bar.
I have grapefruit and some
You know,
ham.
like you have a Keurig and some biscotti or some.
I got a I got a 4 cup Mr. Coffee that I had when I first went off to college, and and some grapefruit and a slice of ham ready for anybody. But
I don't know. I mean, I've seen some. I think this is a further subject, further topic.
it's a very worrisome topic. I hate to think this is where, if anything, it speaks to the cost of rent.
I think I want to dig into this a little bit more because I'd like to see what people are paying and what are the expectations because I feel like you have to have a bathroom
Yeah.
and then a lot of these places, some places do a fantastic job. We can talk about Airbnbs and Verbos because I have an opinion on that and some experiences. I know you haven't traveled much, but we can talk about it.
As well we will. As well we will. All righty. Well, I think that'll wrap it up. What do you think?
Yep, that's it.
All righty.
Do your
Well,
thing.
episode. What number is this?
7.
Lucky number 7 in the books.
All right, we'll see y'all next time.
All right, later.
Later.
Bye.
So if I go on it later, I can hear myself in the background.